Western Pennsylvania experienced the worst snowstorm in more than 15 years the first week of February, dumping almost 2 feet of snow the first round and another 6 inches a few days later. Nearly 1,200 PA Guard members were activated across the state to assist in the declared state of emergency, and more than 500 in Western Pennsylvania. Soldiers and airmen were posted with Humvees at police, fire, and EMT stations throughout Allegheny County to assist in transportation of responders to 911 calls. Colonel Gray Barrier, commander of PA Task Force West, said paramedics were able to reach more patients because of the Guard.
They're getting with the civilian ambulances as close as they can to the emergency, then parking, and the crew is getting into our ambulance, going that last couple hundred meters or a half a mile to get to the patient. We're putting them into our ambulance. The civilian medics are providing the medical care, and then we're going back and transloading them, cross-loading them into the civilian ambulance so they can be taken to the hospital.
With so much experience overseas and at home, the commander has confidence in his troops' leadership and decision-making.
The majority of the 2nd Brigade Combat Team has already deployed. So those soldiers bring a wealth of experience in the way of, as far as command and control and responsibility down at the lowest level. Our E5s, E6s, they know what it's like to be in charge and be out there on the street and have responsibilities, make decisions.
Assisting in hundreds of missions throughout the county, emergency professionals were happy to have the Guard as a teammate.
They've been a great asset with us. They've been working very well with us. Very helpful as far as extricating patients, getting us to patients. Anything that we needed them to do, they've been more than willing to help. And it's just been a great asset all along.
Pennsylvania Guardians have deployed all over the world, but it's not every day that they get to help their own neighbor. Specialist Dave O'Donnell and Sergeant Scott Hamilton were assigned to the ambulance Charlie 23 at the EMT station on the Boulevard of the Allies in downtown Pittsburgh when they got a call from paramedics that they needed help rescuing a man who'd suffered a stroke. Climbing the steep, snowy hills of Pittsburgh, Charlie 23 reached the 79-year-old Joseph Curry's home in the Brookline neighborhood. Paramedics were unsure when he had the stroke, but knew he needed to get to a hospital quickly. Battling unplowed streets, power outages, and the loss of sunlight, the soldiers were able to get Curry the medical attention he needed as neighbors shouted thanks from their porches.
God bless the Guard.
We love the Guard.
O'Donnell, a combat medic who deployed with the 56th Stryker Brigade to Iraq in 2009, explained how this mission was different for him.
People are very much appreciative in the city of what we're doing for them, and it's a good feeling. I like it. It's a lot different than being overseas in a combat zone from being here at home, and you're here to help.
Tech Sergeant Stacy Galt, Joint Forces Headquarters, Public Affairs.